fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a handbrake on the GS300. As you guys know, these cars come with a foot brake or parking brake that's on the foot, and so we're using an SC300 cable as well as a bracket from Heat Lightning Speed Shop, so that way you can put it in the correct location. I actually did it right now. I'm just filming the intro right now, so quick peek right here. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to be installing the handbrake today. The bracket should be coming in any second. I just saw the mailman coming in. Oh, he's pulling up right now. The bracket literally just came in the mail, and we're gonna try to install it today. We're gonna at least try to mount it. I do have the car on jack stands, so I can access the handbrake underneath. But if it's too much work, we're just gonna leave it at that. But for now, yeah, let's mount this stuff off. We're gonna leave the foot brake there for now, just in case we can't take it off. But for now, we're gonna do this and try to at least mount this part up. All right, so we're gonna need to move the shifter out of the way so we can pull this compartment up, pop this out, push this down, move it to, let's put it in that gear. Next, you're gonna pop this out. You should be able to do it by hand. Be careful not to break anything. There's a better tool for it. Let's use some plastic tools, something like this. Pop it out. It should be all clips and pop out. There we go. So it's popping out right there. Take it out. Pull the harness out. Put this aside. Now you're gonna want to take off. Drop your money. Now you're gonna lift this up. Take everything out of here to the side because you won't need it. It'll be in your way. Try not to make a mess. And then for this, you can just pull up. So let's do one of these pry tools. Pop up that. Same thing with this side. There we go, pops up. Keep prying it slowly, don't break anything. See how it's coming up? And then pull it back. Pull it back, pull up, pull back. It's so much easier with one hand, but I'm filming for you guys. And it's gonna be a couple wires holding these things in, so just pop them out. Got it popped out, you see the wires right there. Move this to the side. Now you're gonna wanna remove this part. There's two screws right there. Take out those two screws, you can pop this up. There we go. Going to be a wire holding the charger in place. See right there, pull that out. Now try to slide it out without breaking anything. All right, now I got that out. Now you can remove this, 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 and this, and there should be a few more holding it in place right here. So one right here, one right here, and I believe it should pop out. All right, now I have access to everything. So let's go ahead and move things aside. So we're gonna need access to this carpet right here. So go ahead and take it off this tab. So we're gonna remove this bracket right here so we can remove this air vent because we're gonna need some more room. So it's just two screws right here, 1, 2, and then one right in the middle right there. Comes right out. So a lot of disassembling for this install. Looks like it's a good time to clean stuff too because yeah, that thing doesn't look that clean. But we'll keep moving. Next, remove these two bolts right here. So the instructions on that they gave us is not the clearest instructions, but I went ahead and took apart the shifter. So it's 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you gotta take apart this bolt right here, right next to this blue harness, and that's where all the bolts are gonna line up. And so this is how it's gonna sit. I know it's not the most like easiest thing to look at right now. It's because there's so much things, but you can see. So that back bracket is gonna sit right there underneath this part. This one's gonna sit on the front part, and that brown one is gonna sit right there behind this blue wire. You might need to relocate this, I'm assuming, because nothing lines up perfectly. But yeah, everything so far fits. Now we gotta take apart this cable right here and go under the car. I think what I'm gonna do first is go under the car and disconnect the cable because there's a lot of things in the way. So let's try that. I got the car in the air, and the e-brake cable is underneath this heat shield right here. So the easiest thing to do is probably take off the heat shield. I'm gonna try to avoid taking off the exhaust because that doesn't sound fun. So we're gonna take this off and see if we have access. So I just pulled out the heat shield. You can see right there. You can take it off without taking the exhaust off. You just gotta finesse it through. And now you can see all the e-brake stuff in there. I should be able to access it without having to do too much work. So let's see. So you can see there's a cable right there. That's connected to that black part by a little pin. So you just pull the pin out and then you can pull the cable out. Now you can pull the e-brake from inside the car. Bunch of wiring, so you can pull it through. It should just come right through. And there you have it. Now you can pull the whole assembly out. So now we're gonna remove the carpet, lift it up so we can get access to the foot brake cable, which you can see it running right there, and it's gonna run all the way under the carpet. We're gonna wanna take off this kick panel right here, so that way we can unbolt the foot brake, and then as well as take off these two bolts right here. All right, I moved that kick panel underneath right here. It's pretty easy. It's just two bolts, the rest is all clips. Now you have room, so let's move everything out the way. We're also gonna move the carpet back. Man, this thing is not an easy job, but I'm happy when I start this one first. See, now you have access to all the bolts that are holding the cable in place, as well as you can remove the foot pedal. There should be 4 bolts holding in place. All right, this is turning into a big mess, but I lowered this kick panel right here too, so that way we can get this out. And now there's a few bolts that you have to get out in there. Let's shine the light. You can see that silver one right there and the one behind it. And it should be, I think there's 2 more maybe. It's hard to see right now, but I'm gonna take it out. Finally got this cable out. There's 4 bolts holding in place. There's 2 that you saw. There's 1, and there's 2 farther in the back, which I'll show you once I pull it out. All right, you can see where it was held in. It was held in right here, right there, and right there. Really pain in the ass to get out, but not impossible. So I have it mounted right there, right there, right there. Now we can mount the e-brake. This was really hard to film, so I didn't get a chance to film it. I'm gonna show you guys what I did. All right, so I shoved the cable through the hole, and then I connected the T-bracket. You can see right there. You're not gonna reuse the one that came on the car, and then you're gonna put those pins on right there, slide them on both sides. Where is it? Right there. That you're gonna want to tighten this down because it's not tight, and then you're gonna want to pull the handbrake. You're gonna pull it because then it's gonna be, this little cable is gonna be all the way inside this hole, so you're gonna pull it out and then bolt it up to these holes right here. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm getting a flathead and I'm prying it forward so I can get that bolt in first, and that way it pulls everything and lines it together, and then we can put the top one in. So now you can see there's enough room to get this in. All right, now I got a working handbrake. Everything's tightened down, kinda. Just listen to it. And I can hear the brake releasing in the back, so just listen to that. So I'm starting to put most of the stuff back together. You know, it's pretty much you gotta cut and do a bunch of stuff. I cut right here, but I think I cut too much. You can see the outline, but I really had to cut right here. And I can't put that bracket back in, the metal bracket, so I gotta figure out how to cut it in half so I can at least have half it supported. But for now, you know, it's gonna be pretty sturdy once I bolt everything back in. I gotta cut the carpet right here. Not the best cut, but yeah, I gotta cut some more and hopefully get everything lined up pretty good. But yeah, start putting things back together. I got everything in place, everything's working good. Let's try to go in reverse, see if the car moves. So I'm pulling the brake, let go of the brake, it's gonna go in reverse. And it's not going in reverse, it's holding in place. So everything works good. The only thing I regret is this little cutout right here, and cut too much carpet right there. but everything fits in place. I know it was hard to film because one, it's a little tedious, and two, it's required a lot of effort in my end and a lot of like finessing. You do have to cut this in half right in here. You can see that part, but this piece is going to hold it together, so it's still pretty sturdy. The center bracket right here is not being used to support it up, but it's not even like moving, so I think I'll get another one of these. Plus I need a new one of these anyways. So, and it's carpet, I guess I'll just deal with this somehow. I don't know, maybe try to shift it over a little bit, but other than that, it's good. All right, so I just finished editing the video. I forgot to film the outro, but everything is all in place. All right, so the reason why I installed the handbrake first was because I heard it was a tedious part, as well as installing the clutch, and the clutch is the next part after installing the handbrake because the emergency brake is in the way. So we need to install the handbrake to relocate the brake, the parking brake. Plus, when you're drifting, it's nice to have the handbrake on the hands and not on the foot because you can pull it when you need to. And yeah, so we're just gonna install the clutch. So that's the next part of this install. But I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.